dazzled. So a fabulous place for stargazing, it would appear as well. And just all that natural beauty to savor in this region. aldeasogisto.pt for you there. So yeah, check it out. Keep it on your itinerary, and growing list, ever longer list of fabulous places to visit in Portugal. Okay, then. Thank you for joining me this morning. Really appreciate it. If you're tuned in, if you're watching, and I'm sharing my screen with you. This is a new departure for us on the show to make it more visual. Thanks to Zoom, thanks to Facebook Live, incredible technology at our fingertips. And we will now look at the Casa do Dia, the property today, which I'll just do the reveal on the price now, because it's an incredible price of €5,500. Can you believe? A schist ruin with 800 square meters with your own water from a mountain spring. Look at that delightful place there. There's some schist styling, build, architectural feature, as I was mentioning before on our Palavra do Dia. Beautiful schist building there, which is part of this. So let's just give you a little bit of the listing here. A schist ruin, ideal for converting into a small room or eco bathroom. So that, that gives you a sense of scale there. But that's what you've got to work with: a small schist ruin that can be the beginnings of your bathroom, or a little room, little writer's retreat, something like that, or a study or something. Land with 800 square meters, ideal for off-grid living in friendly surroundings. The land is mainly flat, so it's ideal for a cabin, a yurt, or a teepee. Water runs for most of the year, and there is a pipe to bring water the rest of the time from a mountain spring further up the hill. Isn't that fabulous? So you could have your nudist retreat here, and shower yourself off under lovely mountain water at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day. An area, it has to be said, that suffered from the forest fires of last year, and the vegetation around has been damaged. However, the cork trees and other broadleaf specimens are coming back. I'm told it will take some time for the pines to regenerate. Nevertheless, they're not quite sure what that means, but this is part of a community that is investing in a sustainable future, and people chose to stay here despite the fire risk, and they are replanting the areas, presumably with more fire-resistant specimens, breeds, but also planting in such a way that avoids the terrible consequences of the wildfires, or the worst consequences. It's located in and around Benfeita, which is a bit of a nexus for expats and settlers. There's quite a vibrant expat community there, veering towards ecological interest and sustainability in Benfeita. Visited that lovely little village, which is in quite a steep valley, but it's beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. The kids paddled in the little stream that runs through. There's a nice kind of football pitch, basketball court that the kids can play in as well. And across the river, across the little bridge, a lovely area where you can have something to eat and a cup of coffee, and there's a bit of a gathering place. It's this site, the schist ruin with 800 square meters, listed with pureportugal.co.uk as an off-grid retreat, is in a quiet corner facing the ecological reserve of Mata to Margarasa. It's peaceful and quiet, friendly neighbors within 2 minutes walk. So they're not nearby, but they're near enough, aren't they, to give you privacy, but also support if you want it. There's no direct access. A track by 4x4 gets to the top of it. And otherwise, it takes 7 minutes to walk from the village to the land on the traditional schist path, which is a beautiful walking trail. It's all about the schist this morning. So yeah, not brilliantly accessible, but that could be its upside as well, couldn't it? It's a real hideaway. It's an ideal place for someone wanting to live off-grid, grow some vegetables, and enjoy peace and nature within an area of active community and nice social life when wanted. Yeah, the villagers are very friendly and offer great wisdom to those who wish to listen. Isn't that nice to have that ancient indigenous resource, if you like, on your doorstep? Since the size of the land is quite small, it's easily manageable. I had a look this morning. 800 square meters is about a tenth of a football pitch. Okay, it's possible to buy more adjacent land if required, so that's a good flexibility as well built in. And see the pictures of my yurt before the fire to get an idea of the possibilities that are offered here. So let's step through. We're on video, so we could step through a few of these pictures. There's your schist ruin, something to work at. Reminds me of that video I saw on Facebook of those two guys sort of making a mud hut. You could add a little bit of rammed earth or a cob into the side of that schist dwelling, couldn't you? If local property regulations allow. And there's the flat plot where you can put your cabin, beginnings of your cabin or a yurt or a teepee or temporary dwelling. And again, of course, check with the local authority. Although I think with so many people doing that in that valley there, or that collection of valleys near Benfeita, I think there's an openness towards alternative living, sustainable living, and so on. That is a person in that shot. To give you a sense of scale. Beautiful. I can hear the birds hit in my mind's ear looking at these pictures and this plot. And it is a wonderful part of the world around Benfeita, near Arganil, near Goish, with its beautiful river beach. Goish is a real favourite of our family. And look, there's the pictures of the yurt. A little bit of stone staircase there with rustic handrail. And they may have that dwelling, or that not dwelling, that sort of kind of structure there might not still be there. I think the yurt and that have gone. But you can see what you can improvise in that area. So there you go. Schist ruin with land, 800 square meters, water from the mountain spring, a mere €5,500. And there's your location. That's not especially helpful what I'm showing you there, but you can see to the west is Arganil, and to the south, sorry, I beg your pardon, to the west is Arganil, and to the southwest is Goish. And this will be found on pureportugal.co.uk. Their reference number for this is MBC7. If you're in a kind of post, or what would it be? It's like pre-post Brexit state of mind, and you're thinking, I'm going to run to the hills. This is perfect, isn't it? For €5,500. It's almost like an insurance policy. You know, you can stay where you are. If you're in the UK, you can stay where you are and think, I've got my bolt hole. I've got my bolt hole if I need it, but I'll stick it out and see what happens. There you go. Thank you for listening today to the Good Morning Portugal radio show and podcast. And we'll do the same again tomorrow. Weather, bit of Portuguese positive news, bit of what a palavra, which is the language, vocabulary, culture section of the podcast, and of course finishing with a wonderful property. Today we're at the €5,500 end, because we've been looking at some quite expensive properties in the last few shows. Not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. If you have got a property for sale yourself, or you have a special request for a particular kind of property you're looking for, let me know and I will look into it for you, and we'll create a little video of it. So thank you very much for joining me. Take care. Bye for now. Te logo. Carl Munson signing off.